Hello students, in this audio I will discuss about article writing. Particularly I will discuss some of the guidelines that is needed to be followed while composing an article. Now the first important thing is that plan before you pen. This is a very important point to remember. Now what exactly does it mean? It is important that you follow a sequence. Before you jot down something or before you write down something, the entire planning should be in your mind. Jot down the points at the back of your answer sheet and ensure a proper sequence of ideas. Introduce, analyze, suggest, and conclude. These are the 4 golden steps that are to be followed. Introduce, then analyze a particular topic, then suggest some remedial things related with the topic that you are attempting, and finally end it with a good conclusion. It is possible that you have too many points or very few points. When you have a lot of varied points, it is better you choose a few best ones and write a line or 2 on each. Now the important thing is that from the best points you have to select in your mind the very best points. In case you have very few already, explain them in at least 2 or 3 lines each. And if you have already some good points in your mind, then explain it in 2 or 3 lines each. Most important. What is the most important thing? Always begin with your strongest point. That is the reason the introduction should be very precise. And not only that, it should be very catchy and strong enough. Because you have to write the strongest point in introduction. You can accommodate the weaker ones in between and end with another strong point. That means the intro part and the conclusion part should be perfect. Not only that, you should give some strong points in the introductory part and also in the conclusion part. The important thing is that the weak points can be adjusted somewhere around in the middle. Now, what we have to remember in short, strong, weak, strong. We have to strictly follow the prescribed word limit, and it is 120 to 150. And restricted time frame also we have to made up in our own mind. Time management is very important. It is important that you do not deviate from the topic. Yes, deviation from the topic won't give you good marks. You have to strictly adhere to the main topic. There are chances you may get ideas linking from one to another that may deviate you from the main point. You have to refrain from doing so. You have to refrain means you have to stop from doing so. So never ever deviate from the main point. Rather adhere, adhere. Rather adhere or stick to the main point. And what are the things that we should actually do? First important thing, we should take care of repetition of ideas. Ideas should not be repeated. If an idea has already been written down, we should not repeat the same thing again. If you do that, dear students, your marks will be deducted. Now, underline all the important points with pencil after completing the entire article. Then you can underline the important points. Next one, make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy and spelling. Yes, grammatical accuracy and spelling is to be checked properly. Because grammatical accuracy and spelling, they carry marks. So if there is an error, marks will be deducted. Always have a few general quotes in handy. They help in presentation and show that you are prepared. If there is some quote that you want to use, correct quotes related to a particular topic that you are attempting, if it is very useful and if it is related with that particular article, that you are writing, then obviously it's better you use those quotes. Read editorials in a few newspapers and notice the pattern. Yes, the important thing is that articles are also published in newspapers. The important thing is that if you all go through those things, then also you will get a fair idea about it. Make small sentences. It restricts the scope of grammatical inaccuracies. Small sentences are to be used. Big sentences, if it is used, then obviously the scope of grammatical inaccuracies might be there. So small sentences are to be used. Bombastic words are to be avoided because it can lead to some grammatical errors. So that should be taken care of. Now another particular points should be explained also to you all. That is, you have to keep some points in mind that I am explaining right now. Now, while writing an article, number one, study carefully the points. Points will be given. If not, you have to create on your own. Or sometimes verbal input points are given. In class 10 also previously you have seen that visual input is also given. If you go through some of my early materials that I have given, you will find that some verbal input article, solved article writing I have given some notes. Visual input, solved article writing also I have given some notes. You can take care of those things also, you can check those things. I will explain some verbal and visual input articles also separately later. Next point, arrange the hints or points given in the order you want to develop them for the article. Some points or some hints are to be arranged properly. You may have some ideas or views about the issue. Note down your ideas, organize them properly. Ideas, if you have, note down your ideas, organize your ideas properly. I am moving on to the next point, coordinate your ideas with the given hints. Now arrange them in a logical manner. Finally, arrange them in a logical manner. Next point, put your ideas under different main headings. Then you can arrange your ideas under separate headings. Next one, add subpoints to the main point. Then develop each point in a systematic or logical manner. Substantiate your argument if you are writing on a debatable point. Suppose you are attempting a debatable point, you are writing an article that is related with a debatable point, then you can substantiate your argument, then you can actually elaborately you can prove yourself by citing or hinting on some points. You can argue on some valid and rational points if you are writing on a debatable topic related with article writing. Introduce the topic, main idea or main issue in the first few sentences. That is the reason the first few lines are to be very strong and very impressive. Introduce the topic, the main ideas or main issue in the first few sentences. One more important thing, your article must end with your conclusion on the topic or issue. Yes, the conclusion also should be very significant. It should end on the topic that you are discussing. Now the format. It is of 8 marks. Format consists of 1 marks. Content consists of 4 marks. Expression consists of 3 marks. Now what does format include? Title and writer's name. Content includes value points related to the topic. Expression includes grammatical accuracy or spellings, coherence, relevance of ideas and style. Now the important thing is that these are the marks distribution in case of article writing. 1, 4, 3. I repeat, 1 related with format, 4 related with content, 3 related with expression. Now, writing is also very important while we write an article. So, writing is a process which involves thinking, collecting ideas or assembling many ideas, and finally systematically and logically executing those ideas in a written format. That there lies the success of writing a good article, executing all the important points that is in your mind in a proper manner in the form of an article. And 3 paragraphs are a must in article writing, dear students, remember it. So I repeat this line once again. Writing is a process which involves thinking, collecting ideas, developing them, organizing them in a draft form, and revising the draft by editing it carefully and critically. And finally, after editing and re-editing it, finally you can jot down or you can make it fair and fresh in a form of an article writing. So in this particular audio lecture session, I discussed up to this. There are some other important points also related with article writing that I will discuss in my next PPT presentation. So till then, dear students, listen to this particular audio session and clarify your doubts if any. Thank you.